There's only 4 captain picks to go this season. Let's analyse the data and pick the best captain for Gameweek 35. And Mbeumo's back on the shortlist for the first time in quite a while. He faces United at home. Marmoush has also got the home advantage with a decent fixture against Wolves. The question is, will he play or not, because Haaland's back in training. And Salah faces Chelsea away. He is the king of captaincy, but that is a slightly more difficult fixture than the other two. As always, Salah's underlying stats are much better than the other two players, but when we compare the other two players, I know they've got a similar output, but Marmoush's expected numbers are much better, and Mbeumo's overperformed his underlying stats much more than him, and that does have less sustainability. However, Mbeumo is the only player on the shortlist that's a set-piece specialist, is nailed on pens, is the main man on direct free kicks, indirect free kicks and corners for Brentford. Salah's nailed on pens as well, but he doesn't take any free kicks or corners. Neither does Marmoush, but he's not nailed on pens, he's far from it. It's more likely to be De Bruyne that'll take the penalty if he's on the pitch. If he's not on the pitch, it should be Marmoush. There is a small chance that Marmoush could take it whilst De Bruyne is on the pitch, but I do doubt that. Taking a look at the probability, Marmoush has got the highest anytime goal scorer odds, and Mbeumo's got the highest anytime assister odds, but there's only 1% between them on the anytime return odds, and it's Marmoush who takes the lead. And Mbeumo does get additional point for every goal scored, and that does put them quite close together, but Marmoush is heavily weighted towards goals. And Salah of course gets that additional point for every goal scored as well, just like Mbeumo, but that's nowhere near enough to compensate. If you ask me who's got the best weighted odds between Mbeumo and Marmoush, I'd call it a draw. It is unusual of Salah to have the lowest anytime goal scorer odds and the lowest anytime assister odds in any given game week. These odds are sourced from FPL Review. He's also got the lowest points projection on that data model, which is unsurprising because those odds are factored in. But on Fantasy Football Fix, he's got the highest points projection. As for the other two players, Mbeumo fares much better. In fact, on FPL Review, he's got the highest points projection overall. If we were to average out the points projections, Mbeumo's got the best, then Salah, then Marmoush, and that's massively skewed by his very low Fantasy Football Fix points projection. I don't know if it's because Haaland's back in training, and I will discuss that more shortly. Marmoush has got by far the easiest fixture on the shortlist this game week against Wolves, and Mbeumo's fixture against United is decent, and Salah's against Chelsea is quite difficult, especially with it being at Stamford Bridge. The other two players both have the home advantage. This video has been recorded before Brentford's blank game week 34 fixture on Thursday, so I'm not sure how many minutes Mbeumo's going to get, but he is typically a 90-minute man, which is why his expected minutes are still up to 90, even though he could play 90 minutes in that next match. And he would only have 3 rest days, but like I said, he does tend to play 90 minutes. His fitness should be fine unless he was to pick up an injury. With the other two players, I'm not concerned about their fitness either. They both get an adequate amount of rest days, and they both played a healthy amount of minutes in the last fixture, especially Salah. All of the following information is from FPL Tony, who's an in-the-know account at Manchester City. If you want to get access to it, make sure you head over to his Patreon after this. So he said that Haaland is back in training, he's not in full team training yet, and as of Monday he does think that Haaland won't start this match. Obviously things can change between now and Friday, so don't misquote him on that one. But make sure you head over to his Patreon because he will probably have a leak before Friday's deadline, with City being the first fixture. And if it comes out that Haaland's not starting, I think the best captain is Marmoush. If you do head over to Patreon, make sure you check out mine. I've got exclusive benefits on there that you can't get anywhere else.